So, this last week, my brother called me the worst fucking ranch hand he's ever seen. And I don't know how much he was kidding. I mean, I hope some of it was a joke, but also he might not have been kidding. We checked 5, maybe 6 herds this week. 1 for Dad and 4 or 5 for John. And honestly, I lost count. My brother scoffed at me one time when I asked him, have we been here yet today? He never answered me, but I eventually figured out, yes, we had been there already once today. When you're hauling hay and range cubes across a bunch of different leases, they all start to blend together.
John, there's
It's the same gate, the same combination, the same dust, and the same please don't let me mess this up energy that I'm bottling up inside all day. And yes, on the first day, I did show up in yoga leggings, which apparently is offensive to my ranching brother. So before I went out again, I upgraded. Ariat, Carhartt, Ridgecut. At least now I can't be singled out because of my wardrobe. If someone's going to expose me, they'll have to wait until they see my actual ranch hand performance, which is fair. I earned 3 different blisters this week, 1 on my hand, 2 on my feet, and I stopped counting bruises when I hit number 19. But John trusted my tie downs. My tie downs to secure a 100,000-pound piece of very expensive equipment. And that felt like progress to me. Because out here, nobody says you're doing a good job. They just trust your tie downs. Now, let's talk about what is really going on. South Texas is in a very severe drought right now. And I don't mean that it's dry. I mean grass doesn't exist right now. Unless it's under a pivot, there's nothing growing. The tanks are low, and some of them are completely dry. And for anyone who isn't from here, when we say tank, we're talking about what most people would call a pond. It's a dirt water source that cattle can depend on. And right now, some of them are just cracked dirt. And I keep thinking about my dad because he used to talk about the drought in the 1950s like it was etched into him, like it left a permanent mark. Not like a casual story, but more like something that shaped how he thought about land forever. So when we check water twice, I hear him. When we recount the cows, I hear him. And when we drive in silence between the herds, between the leases, I hear him. Grief does that. It makes everything echo. I see, hear, and think about my father everywhere right now. And emotions were running high this week. Not dramatic, just heavy. Legacy heavy. Responsibility heavy. I'm learning patience. Patience with cattle who don't move when you want them to. Patience with myself when I clearly don't know what I'm doing yet. And patience with my brother. Because here's the part that no one tells you. Working with someone who shares your DNA is wild. He has so many of the same quirks that I do. The same stubborn streak, the same intensity.
What does it taste like to you?
The same of interjecting your opposition, before hearing a complete conversation. And the same way of reacting before realizing that I'm biting and barking. It's like watching myself, but louder. And sometimes I learn more about who I am by watching him than I ever expected to. I hit 10,000 steps every day this week without even trying. Between photography work, between Burn and Bloom journals, between running 3 different podcasts, between editing and emails and contracts, I still showed up out here. Am I an expert? Absolutely not. Am I committed? Hell yeah. We checked fence lines, we checked water, we checked cows that now depend on feed because the grass just isn't there, and honestly, it was fun. Hard, dusty, blistered fun. The kind of fun that makes you sleep hard at night. The kind of fun that feels like you're part of something bigger than yourself. I don't know how many herds we checked. I don't know how many miles we drove. I don't even know how good I'm getting at this yet, but I do know this. John trusted my tie downs. He also called me the worst ranch hand he's ever seen, but I will be back because maybe being the worst ranch hand is just where you start.
My brother sent me in this truck so he could fuel up his dozer, but he will not tell me how to put this son of a bitch in park. And I have no fucking idea. I guess that's it. All right.
Maybe the point isn't being good yet. Maybe the point is showing up anyway. So I'm still showing up. And right now, that feels like enough.